Welcome back to the 2 Months Hockey Podcast presented by Kentwood Forward. I am your host, Joshua Marshall, and I am just joining you guys by myself. Just a quick, short little podcast. It's got a few things to announce, and we'll be out of here. So, just a quick little episode on what is going on, and we have four winners to announce in for our Winnipeg Jets and Toronto Maple Leafs tickets for Game 5 in Toronto and in Winnipeg. Thanks to our friends at Boston Pizza Canada for that. They have a great playoff menu, and last few nights of the games, I've been able to enjoy some of the new items on that new playoff menu. So please check that out. It's a great new menu that they have. There's a lot of great items and great things to choose from there, from the triple pepperoni pizza on to anything else. They have a great package that you guys can take a look at. And thanks to our friends at Boston Pizza for their generous donation to those tickets. And yes, so we will get to that very shortly. Just wanted to quickly announce one other thing. I know that on social media I had put out some posts about us not talking or going to report on any Edmonton Oilers stuff. That's going to continue to go on. Our sponsors fully support that, and that might change. We're just in the midst of some conversations, but I was followed home a few nights ago, about a week ago now, and left a death threat in my mailbox. I did not notice that until later on this evening when I looked in my mailbox, but yeah, throughout the camera footage and everything that we noticed, there was an individual, an Edmonton Oilers fan, season ticket holder, who has now been arrested and charged for what he has done. And yeah, pretty much the death threat said I should kill myself, and I don't. He would do it for me. So yeah, and that is true. That actually, it's awful that it happened. And yeah, so he's our attorneys have dealt with that. We aren't going to post this publicly, and we're not going to comment any further on what I just said. It is dealing with that matter there. I mean, yeah, so it's just unfortunate that a fan of the Oilers would do something like that. Now, we're not painting all Oiler fans with the same brush here, but there has been an uptick in the stuff that we've been receiving, and also talking to a few other podcasts outside of Edmonton's and whatnot have been receiving the same thing. I think the Empty Netters podcast about 10 days ago or so said they received the same thing, and their mother received some unfortunate messages too from Oiler fans. And so yeah, they've felt it, we felt it, and a few others people have felt it too. And yeah, Empty Netter said it right on their show. The Power Brothers are great people. It's unfortunate that fans want to do this. I understand people listen to our show and are from Edmonton and whatnot, but can't condone any of that. And with our sponsors and our attorneys and other things and whatnot, we haven't reached out or talked to the Edmonton Oilers about this, and I don't know if we will. It has nothing to do with them or their organization. I don't even think there's anything they can do. Yeah, everyone's seeing the fights, like 20 fights a game outside the moss pit and into the streets. Very concerning. I think there's a family friend of ours have received yeah, just unfortunate stuff too. So it's not good. And yeah, so there's one thing to cheer for your team, but then there's another thing to go about the way things are going about. And yeah, so I'm sure things will change in that front, but as of now, that's where we're going to stand on that situation. And it's just not worth the headache that we're getting in terms of that and whatnot. You can't say anything without them coming at you, and and I'm not going to live my life where I'm told what to do by Oiler fans. That's just not how life works. So I don't go and tell other people what to do. So don't be telling us and how to run our podcast and what we should say and what we should not say. No one controls anyone in this world, and I'm sick and tired of hearing people saying that we should do this and we should do that, and that's it's not how life works. I would never in my life go and tell someone how to live their life or tell them how to run their show or how to do things. That's not the way you do it. So, and I think for the most part we're pretty positive. We're not critical. We're pretty straight down the line in terms of how we call it and how we see it. Um, so yeah. So we'll see where things go on that front. I'm like I say, I'm sure it'll change. It's a conversation we'll have with our with all our sponsors and whatnot, and we continue to have those conversations. They know about the death threats. They know about the things that we received. Um, Again, there's only my attorney has seen and watched the video. The other guys a part of this podcast have not. They have not received anything from what I understand. It was just myself. And I'm not in here to expose someone on a social media platform because I don't think putting things out like that is good for anyone. So, there's a legal system and then there's the justice system. And there's a reason why the Edmonton Police Service are here. They're here to protect us, and that's the way we go. And we have lawyers, and that's the way we go too. So not putting this on like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or YEG Wave or any of those places. That's not how you do things, in my opinion. So we did it the right way and the proper way from what took the advice from my attorney, and that's the way we went with it. So the person's been caught, it's been dealt with, and we have seen a decrease in the terms of what we've seen for messages. So that is a good thing, and we appreciate a lot of actually the great support we've gotten from a lot of Oiler fans, because there are a lot of great ones out there. So I don't think they're all bad. And I don't know what the percentage is of bad or good, but I do know there's a lot of really good ones. And, there's one thing to be passionate and there's one thing to be belligerent in the way you can be. So kind of just came out of left field for us. So didn't expect any of that. Yeah, that's been dealt with, and we will continue to move forward and take care of things like that happen, and hopefully they do not happen again. So, and again, if we offended anyone, which I don't think we have, but apparently this individual we have, don't know the reasoning why, but I've been very open about my mental health struggles. So it sounds like someone's kind of been listening and following into that. And to tell someone to go kill themselves is not a good thing either. So, especially when they have their own struggles with mental health. But yeah, some great hockey. A huge win from the Dallas Stars tonight. Mikael Granlund, hat trick, and they are rolling. They are up 3-1. Weathers are up 3-1. Canes are really, really good too. They're really humming along. Probably don't get enough credit for what they have been able to do in the playoffs in terms of how great structure they are. I know Nick, who's a part of our podcast, is very vocal about how great they are and probably the best structured team in the National Hockey League who is left. And I would not disagree to our co-host Nick on terms of that. So very well put for him. And yeah, we'll see later this week if we get the guys back together. Everyone's a little bit busy. But yeah, we have some good interviews coming up for you guys as well too. So stay tuned to all that. Without further ado, let's get to our winners from our friends from Boston Pizza. And thanks to our friends at Boston Pizza for these tickets. And these will be sent off to the 4 winners to them directly here. I believe that's how it is going to work. And they'll be reaching out and sending off their tickets through Ticketmaster, I believe, into their Ticketmaster account. But we got Jermaine Clark, who wins the tickets for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So congratulations to Jermaine Clark. And our next winner is Randy Russell from Toronto as well. So congratulations to Randy Russell and Jermaine Clark. And great to see those two people coming through for their subscriptions and following us on our social media channels. And thank you for them. All right. And our next winners from Winnipeg, we have Carly Williams from Winnipeg. Congratulations to Carly Williams. And we have Tyrone Lucan, Tyrone Lucan from Winnipeg. Tyrone. So thank you to you guys, and really appreciate you guys supporting our podcast and supporting the giveaway contest. And thanks for Boston Pizza, and thanks to our friends there for all their support and their drive for one of the Canadian teams to end the drought, to win the Stanley Cup and bring the cup back home to Canada. Great little initiative going on there. So, all right. And yeah, I won't go on too much longer than what we have already gone through here. Just wanted to give a little bit of a feedback, a little bit of an update in terms of some things. And like I say, things will change, but as of now, that's where we stand. And we are very appreciated, and congratulations to the Oilers for what they've been able to do in the playoffs and continue to do in the playoffs. So we have nothing but respect to the players, the organization. Like I said, the organization has been really great to us, and the players are doing everything they can to bring themselves a Stanley Cup to the city. And so yeah, all right, we'll finish up with that. We hope everyone has a great rest of the week, and we'll chat with you guys very, very soon.